Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to WillPower UnSurfaced. It's your host, Khadijah Sams. And of course, I got my man EA here with me, and he'll be in a minute. But I would like to say, first, I would like to apologize to all my listeners and to everyone here at the studio. I've been out for a little while. I'm on super full-time grandmom duties, okay? And it has been taking a toll on my physical and mental. And so I wasn't feeling too good, and I had been feeling a little weak, just not feeling myself. So I ended up going to the doctor. And I found out that I have some issues with my thyroid.
That's common.
I had some issues with my thyroid, and because I had lost like 20 pounds real fast, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know I want to lose a little weight, but it came off so quick that it worried me. So I went to the doctor, and I found out that I have an issue with my thyroid, and it has a lot to do with me feeling a little under the weather, feeling a little weak, you know what I mean, not feeling myself. So I looked up what they said that I have, and I found out that I have a condition called Graves' disease.
Oh, yeah, Graves. I'm very familiar.
So I looked it up, because no one in my family has that, and I had never heard of it. So I looked it up, and I found out that it actually can come from stress. You can actually get this from being under a lot of stress. So let me just tell all my listeners.
Right.
Whatever it is, let the shit go.
Right. You can't stress.
For real. Try to do. I've been feeling a little bit better. I'm not one of those people, like, I really do not like taking medications from the doctor.
Right.
That's not my thing. Like, I know I have to go to the doctor to find out what's going on with me. But once I find out what's going on, I really try to find a natural remedy for that.
You should.
For that, because I looked up the medication, because as soon as you go to the doctor's office, they give you some medicine real quick.
Well, that's part of how they make money.
So they give you some medicine real quick. So I looked up the medications that they gave me, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna get down with this too much. This don't seem like the long-term effects of the medication.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I don't think I'm gonna get down with that. So I went to the herb store. I found some things that helped me. I've been taking my sea moss every day, and I've been feeling a lot better. So to my listeners out there, don't let nothing kill you. Don't let the kids kill you.
Well,
don't let the partner kill you. For real. Because stress kills. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Absolutely. But I know medication is a total different big topic of discussion. Mm-hmm. You just got to do your research and see, because the herbs, some medication is made from herbs. Some is not.
You just
like penicillin, amoxicillin.
Absolutely.
I just kind of shun that when people say or talk bad about medication, because you must never been on your deathbed to say you don't take medication.
Well, let me just
not saying you didn't say that.
Mm-mm.
I know you didn't say that, but some people are the type that be like, I don't take medication.
Now let me just say that if I had something terminal that my life is dependent on it, and I had to take this to survive,
right?
Of course, but sometimes we don't always have to go that route, so it just depends.
Right.
So I'm gonna see how that works for me first.
Right.
And if that don't work, then maybe I'll switch over. I mean, I did pay for it. I did buy it. I have it. But
what kind,
we'll see.
Do you mind saying what kind of medication they? First of all, we already said what they diagnosed you with. Now
I don't remember. I honestly do not remember the names.
See, but it ain't too many things that they can actually treat you, far as medication. Antidepressants. We know what they do.
Right.
A lot of people, that's why they take Xanaxes. Because they're depressed.
Right.
You have to be, like, I don't see how people take them. I'm going to be honest. Like, that's like the back in the day Valiums, the Tumenols, the stuff like that. Like, that kills your whole state of consciousness.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know
like,
if it take you down so much that you're not thinking about what's on your mind, or if it's actually helping.
Rhonda.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. That's something like my doctor, when I was feeling a little depressed, she was not prescribing nothing like that.
We talking about depression.
She wasn't
medication.
She wasn't prescribing that. She said, no, that's not the type of stuff that I will prescribe to you.
Well, since you're saying this, we talk about stress, right? It's okay to stress sometimes. It's just that you got to learn how to turn it on and turn it back off. Because the reason why I say that, because sometimes have you learned how to channel your stress? You know how to channel it and deal with it. First of all, you always have to have a coping mechanism for whatever it is that you're going through. So All right, I'm hungry. Get something to eat. I'm thirsty. Get something to drink. I need money. Go merch. Go make some money. Go to work. Work for yourself. However it is you get money. You know, it's stress is because I suffer from depression a lot. Mm-hmm. I really do. But I learned how to cope with it. You know, especially, you know, back in the day, if you ever did, you don't have to actually do time in jail. But the reason why I say that, because that's one of the worst places where you can learn where you can learn all attributes of stress at. Mm-hmm. Especially if you do a little bit of time and you're away from your family, and that's a rough stop. Yeah, that's the worst. Degrades you. You can't hold your money. They hold your money for you. They make available. Depends on where you're at.
Right.
You know, up to $35 to $45. I don't know how much it is now.
Right.
You know, imagine if you had $1 million and they only give you $35 at a time a month. Oh, imagine working for 18 cents an hour.
Right. Imagine that part.
That
might be a lot.
$32 a month. Now, when you get short and you work in the farms and stuff like that, as people say, you get 51 cents. I was making 51 cents an hour, which was equivalent to $85 a month. I used to send $30 home for the phone bill from calling collect.
Was that middle class penitentiary pay? 50 cents.
Well, no, that was top
that was
pay.
That was top tier.
Back then, honestly, they used to say some of the guys that worked at some of the older jails that worked on the farms or on the furniture place or where they do the license plates, they may get $80. I don't know if anybody get $1. Times may change.
Right.
So that was one of the reasons, you know, part of stress. I said, I'm not going to stress about income. I know I used to be a drug dealer and all that, used to money, whatever way I got it.
Money. Mm-hmm.
So when I come home, there's no way I'm not going to take a $5 an hour job and get on my feet. Even though I came home, a few friends gave me some money. You know, rest in peace, Donovan. You know, one of my favorite Jamaican friends that passed away. You know, he gave me $1,000. First day I was home, I went to New York, bought all kinds of white tees. And I was hustling like hustling like crazy. But the stress part, anything can stress you. Your lady, your man, your side jaw. You know, not needing to raise at work.
A lot of things.
You know, just thinking about how you can have supplemental income. That is one of the biggest stress for people in the world. Having supplemental income. Yep. Let me tell you what you could do. Now, I'm about to give y'all, just like my gang's podcast, Gil and Wallow, $1 million worth of game. I'm going to give y'all $1 million worth of game. This is how all your money troubles can go away. You ready? You don't need a pen and a paper. You don't have to come to this meeting with a pen and paper. You don't have to take minute meeting notes. You don't. Ready? Whatever your hustle is, you know how to trade things, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you were taught that when you go to the store, it's 50 cents. You give $1, they give you 50 cents back. You got it? My mother taught me that when I used to go to the store and beg for food. Remember I told you that?
You get your Snickers.
My mom taught me. I ain't digging the gift she gave me, $1 million worth of game when I was a child. But she was going through her trials and tribulations because she was from the have-nots.
Right.
So she didn't have it that time. So she asked her son, who she felt was dominant enough, to go to the corner store, the little Jewish man, with a note.
With the note.
And it said, can she get a loaf of bread, king size, Stroman bread, a bag of Bonton plain chips, a pack of Selling 100 cigarettes, and you heard my story.
And a Snicker. And can he get a Snicker?
And on a note, and on a note, he had to read that part. I used to say it to the man. As he read it, I'm watching his eyes. Okay, what your mom wants? Pound of cheese, American cheese, pound of turkey, loaf of bread, Bonton chips, Selling 100s. Oh, Pepsi soda. Oh, and I used to say, and my mom said I can get a Snicker.
Right.
Yeah, like, give me a Snicker, sir.
That was your first experience with credit.
Right. Absolutely.
That was your first experience with credit.
But not only just credit, it taught me profit and loss. It took me being raised up, I have not. Now I'm a have. I can buy all the Snickers I want. If I want to, I can get the Snickers with the 2 in the pack, the double Snicker, not on duty. But anyway, it taught me profit and loss. It taught me that we did not have any money. We went and got credit. Now it's a loss because my mom owed him whatever she owed him, $14,
Right.
$28. And I remember the list that was on the wall. All the people that
All the people
borrowed.
that went there and got credit
My mom list was never in the red. Yeah.
because she paid it.
So I remember that. So what you do right now, and this is the game. I'm giving y'all this on WillPower. Take dishwashing liquid. You can start off with $30. You should at least have $100. Have you started with $100? I guarantee you could triple your money less than 1 week.
Listen,
I guarantee
you probably can do more than that. When everything was shut down for the pandemic, right? My sister started an Amazon page, and on that Amazon page, my sister sold. I think she was selling Dawn dishwashing liquid, but not the regular dishwashing liquid, some new stuff they got with the spray thing.
See,
listen,
you're giving up game.
When my sister told me how much she made so much money selling that. Amazon got jealous and shut it down.
Well, because she probably had a free account. See, sis.
No, she had to pay.
Yeah, but that's a free. It's a merch account where you can set up as a merchant vendor. You have to pay a fee. There's nothing wrong with paying. You know, you've got to pay. So go get you. Find those dishwashing liquid bottles, no matter what size. Try to get a name brand, even if you come up with your own brand. You can't call a distributor who makes soap, hand soap, dishwashing soap, and they can put it in a bottle and manufacture with your name on it.
Absolutely.
Toothpaste the same, water's the same. That's the hats.
They got a whole bunch of stuff.
Anything that's tangible. You could take. All right, let's give another. All right, right in your very own home, like how the kids. They have it in the suburban areas. Go to the corner of your hood in the summertime, and right in the hood, and maybe a little dangerous, set up a lemonade stand and sell cups of lemonade.
Sell you some water ice off the porch.
Water ice always work because that's cheating. That's easy. Lemonade, I guarantee you, if you set up and you put like 15 gallons of lemonade, well, however many cups you went to school, out of a 12-ounce cup of lemonade, however many cups that you can get out of that, I guarantee you'll sell it in one day. Lemonade. Now, you have old clothes. You want to open up your consignment shop. As many boutiques and as many online stores where you can take some of your old clothes, don't give them to the Goodwill, clean them up, iron them, put them in the cleaners, present them right, and go on Facebook Live or YouTube and just have a merchant store every day. Because if you're on it every time at a certain time, you're teaching people to watch you at that time.
Right.
So if it's interesting, they will tune in.
Right. Because I know I sell a lot of my old clothes right on Poshmark. Right on Poshmark.
Yeah.
That's where I sell a lot of my old stuff.
Mark, what up, bro?
But you know, when we was getting back to that mental health thing, Regina King, the actress,
right,
her son committed suicide.
Wow.
You didn't hear that? Her son committed suicide, and I just say that to say mental health is so what people go through. You just never know what people are going through. You know what I mean? And I watched her on different shows, and she always talked about her son. You know, that's her only child. And she just talked about how her life wouldn't be the same without him. Like, he was everything to her. So to see that he went like that, you know, it's just...
See, but that's why I say again, stress is real. We all stress. But I go how we handle stress. You got to have a coping mechanism. Stress, don't even use it as stress. Don't say that word no more. You're going to always go through some sort of stress.
There's always going to be something.
No, honestly, you're going to always go through some sort of stress. So if you change the narrative of how you think, change what the word means, it's automatically instilled in us to believe that it's negative. Just so we can identify it. If you're not strong enough to accept it as a negative chakra called stress, you're calling on whatever it is, death. Oh my God, we crying and we're reminiscing.
Right.
I get it. Like, let me keep it real with you. Let me tell you how powerful this has mean to me. My mother passed away 2019. Everybody know I say it all the time, from COVID, before we knew what COVID was. Her birthday, the day she was born, It's July 5th. When January 5th. When January came around, I ain't put a post up.
Right.
Screaming all the way to heaven, Mom, happy earthly.
Right.
You know why? Because I know my mother will forever be in my heart.
Right.
I'm trying to relax my mind not to stress about her death.
For her not being here.
But if I keep, teach his own. I'm just speaking on. I'm speaking about me.
Because that's the way you handle it. That's how you handle it.
I'm speaking how I'm handling it.
That's how you handle it.
Some people just want some. I'm gonna be honest. You cannot deny this fact. If you keep thinking about the death, it's nothing nice about processing the information of someone someone dying, no matter which way they died.
Absolutely.
You're with me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, in certain religions, the principles raise you up to think, to celebrate the death, like Islam.
Right.
It tells you to celebrate the death. That's why you're supposed to, that's why they say, no, death is a celebration. That's why some of the principles, like a janazah, is where you can't see the body. You can't see it. So the memory of that last time you seen that person, should remember that conscious.
A good memory. You want to.
But if you watch that person pass away, you're gonna always remember that,
Right.
like how I remember my mother.
Exactly.
You know, I watched her go through sitting up talking like me and you, and 7 days later, out of here.
That's how I was with my
Like
father.
coma, ventilators, like wow,
Right.
like
It can happen.
spraying like crazy.
It happens so fast.
Yeah,
Sometimes it happens
yeah.
so
So
fast.
don't stress, y'all. Don't
But
stress. You know.
I feel like when you stay focused. Let me just say this. Sometimes people are your stressors,
Right.
and you have to cut people off.
No, that's real.
You gotta cut people off, especially if they're not like a child. Like sometimes kids don't stress you. The kid, for some real stuff, children don't really stress you that much.
Yes, they do.
Nah,
Don't lie for the kids.
Let me just say
I
this.
love children too. No, children
Children can stress
I'm going
you.
to my ancestor. I'm going back to my grandmother there. Children is one of the number one stress. Ain't got nothing to do with love or moral support.
But I think that for the most part,
Am I telling the truth?
yes. But for the most part, you can just send the kids to their room, or you can take something from them.
I'm telling the truth.
For the most part. But when you got adults,
See, because adults is stern in their ways, and that's where an argument comes. That's where the word argument, that it did.
right?
I bet you if you look up, you ask, where did the root word argument
I gotta
come
have
from?
to go into my etymology to find out that root
all you gotta
word
do is ask,
for argument.
ask my girl. She'll answer it
yes,
fast as soon as
yes.
you ask her.
Yes.
Some of y'all use Siri. No,
No, I don't have Siri. I'm still on
I go with
Android
Goolisha.
time.
I go with
Who is she?
Goolisha.
Google.
Googleisha.
Googleish.
She answer everything. She knows. Listen, and if she don't know, she'll be like,
I don't know that
No,
one.
she ain't rude neither. She won't answer you. She would say something.
You gotta cut people off though,
Why?
cause they get on your. And not, excuse me.
See, but that's the stress.
You gotta cut them
You
off.
ever ignore a person that's starting to get on your nerves? Like,
Yeah.
imagine somebody getting on your nerves and they talking and you just be quiet.
Yep. I'm good at that.
All you gotta do is do it like that.
I act like I don't even hear you. I can tune you right out. Tune you out. For real.
After a while,
And when you're a parent, that comes real. That becomes real good to do.
no, it do.
That becomes real good to do, because a lot of times kids gonna ask you the same freaking thing over and over until you just block them out.
But let me just say this: never
Just
block
gotta-
a child. Because do you understand? You should understand this so you can overstand.
If I answer that question 3 times today, I'm blocking you out.
See, but all right, my mom, she used to say it, but she used to say it sarcastically. Like when I used to ask, "What's the day, Mom?" It's Wednesday all day. I never knew what that meant. Until I got older and said, "Oh, I must have been asking her too
that must
many
have been every
times.
mother in the
I
world.
must have asked her like 5 times. It's Wednesday all day, okay?
Don't ask me again.
All day." You got to get hip. You got to say it like that. Don't do that. You know, don't kick your child away, because what I'm learning is that when you want to talk to them and you want them to come to them, you'd be surprised at the information that they hold in. You'd be surprised at the information that your children hold in.
No, you have to give them a chance to verbalize themselves, but you're not going to keep asking me the same question all day.
Now, let me just say this. Just think about, like, us being in our 50s, right? My friends in their 50s. Don't act like y'all ain't get on y'all parents' nerve.
Oh, I definitely.
Especially sneaking out doing the oochie coochie, coming in at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock was late back in the day. Like,
Listen.
no, playing catch a girl, get a girl, when you were supposed to be in for dinner. Like, don't act like you want to sneak into the USA skating ring, the 9-on-1 session, knowing you were supposed to go to the early one.
The only way I could stay out late is I had to spend the night at somebody's house, because my mom was not having it at all.
You was being sneaky. Y'all women is sneaky.
But I wasn't going out to do stuff like that. But listen, my mom, I lived in a project, and my mom was not having it. We were in the summertime. My friends' moms let them stay out late. Not my mother. You're in the house 10 o'clock. She wasn't trying to hear.
Do you think
Jack.
some of your stress came from you being raised up in the projects?
I can't necessarily say that a lot of my stress actually came up from me growing up in the project, but a lot of my stress came from me.
I was gonna say that's not something to blame.
But I'm gonna say I can't blame a particular place.
Do you agree that an environment?
But yes, because when I was an adult and I moved into the projects of my own and I lost my daughter, it became like, that's when I felt like I had to get my other kids out of the projects, which I did.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? But when I was growing up in the projects, I had fun in Wilson Park.
Right. All right.
But times was different. You know what I mean? It's not the same. So, but when I moved out of Wilson Park and moved into somewhere else, and I had a bad experience, I can't say it was the projects, more so of the people in there.
Get it?
You understand what I'm saying?
So the nature of those particular people, do you think those people is also? The reason why I say that,
I feel like, now I have to be honest, I do feel like the product of the environment may have a lot to do with the way they reacted.
Let me say this. I honestly used to say that, and it's a stereotype of our men and women. That's your excuse when you say, oh, I'm from the projects, I was born and raised in the projects. Like some of my North Philly friends used to say that so much. I'm from North. What that mean?
No, that don't.
That don't mean you got better hustle.
No.
That just mean that your mom ain't making a lot of money.
Right.
Or your pop.
Right.
Because my mom, she got in the banks. She moved us uptown. We moved everywhere.
Right.
We lived back Somerville, Germantown, 72nd and Ogons, 75th and Ogons, where we lived predominantly of like we lived everywhere. But now I know my mom was getting evicted. I just thought, I don't know what I thought, but the reason why I say that, some people will blame being raised up in the projects and being raised.
I wouldn't do that.
I know some people, I'm going to keep it real. Now, this may sound funny. I know some people that lived in the projects that had, when you go in their house, you'd be like, damn, they got a castle in this joint.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, I do believe that the environment can rub off and, but you don't have to involve yourself in the environment. You don't have to go out and hang out in the environment.
Right.
Go to work, go where you got to go, and go in the house.
One thing I can say about when we moved in the projects, when we wasn't in the projects, we had some rough times with no heat and all that kind of stuff. But when we moved in the projects, we always had heat. I think that my mom moved there because she felt like she had no choice at that time. Right. And I'm from there on 24th Street for real. I'm really from there on 24th Street, 23rd Street.
No, she getting geographical now.
So listen,
23rd Street or 24th Street? 23rd. Because they don't really bang like that.
Well, let's just say I grew up on both. I was a little kid on 23rd Street, and then we moved to 24th Street.
So your boyfriend or your little boy you used to kiss on was 23rd Street.
No, that was
24th.
That was 24th Street.
I know how that go. So you thought you was automatically had entitlement.
When my mom said we moved out the project, I'm like, We moving to the projects because I'm not from, so my whole idea was, and I was about to turn 13, so I'm thinking to myself, now I gotta move in the projects as a teenager to somewhere where I know the environment. But luckily for me, I already kind of was a little bit used to living in coming to Wilson Park because my godparents lived there. But when my mom said we was moving to the project, I was like,
you got a couple friends of mine that agree. One from Blumberg Projects. Taisha, she from 23rd and Ox. But let me just read this comment that somebody put up here real quick. They say, I'm from Philly. Wait a minute. Because this is a North Philly shot. And I want to see what it say from... I was born and raised in the projects in the Blum. Okay, we know you're from the Blum. I'm from North Philly, live. The Montgomery County and I'm from North Philly, live. The Montgomery County and the county. What? The people in the county be doing drugs and coming to the city. Mm-hmm. We know that though. But they ain't, like the whole topic of the discussion was about, do you blame where you come from still, or while you're still living in an environment, do you still blame that environment for your success?
See,
That's the moral of my story.
Like I never blamed my environment. I never blamed the environment because I feel like when my mom moved to Wilson Park, things was better for her. You understand what I'm saying? And I have like lifelong friends from out there, and plus on top of that, I had a ball out there, regardless of whether I didn't want to live out there. But then when I got out there,
the project's always fun.
When I got out there, I had a ball out there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that.
Did y'all have movie night down Wilson? Blumberg.
No, we ain't had movie night, but we always had parties in the recreation center.
Oh,
like we used to have house parties at the recreation center.
I used to hang down Blumberg. And I told y'all my story about the 18th floor. How I salute everybody that live in any kind of high-rise projects. God bless y'all for the times when the elevator, have y'all had 18 floors plus or even 10 floors and the elevators ain't work, ladies, bless y'all souls. Because one day I had Gil and them with me and we down Blumberg Projects and the elevator wasn't work. So this is our first time. So we like, okay.
How we supposed to get we gotta walk.
We going up to the 18th floor, right? Because that's where it go down that year. All on certain days they lock down the whole 18th floor.
Right.
So, and everybody open up their doors, and it be one DJ, and it's the hallway jumping. Wait, I get out there. All right, wait, I don't get out the elevator.
You walking up them steps.
We walking up them steps.
You wanted to go to that party.
Yo, by the time we got to the 7th floor, I said, so, yo, how do the women that got, he said, Niddle said, yo, you got us, the women carry their groceries up to
yes, how about that?
Up to 18th, goddamn.
Can you imagine?
No.
See, when I moved out Wilson Park, the high rises was empty when I moved out Wilson Park. They were no longer, nobody was living in, they were living in them then. They were empty. So I didn't have the, go in the building. But I did go in Martin Luther King 13th Street projects and had to walk up the steps. And I'm like, and I'm not coming back up in here no more. And that's a wrap.
That was crazy.
And that's a wrap.
Like, and you know what you see on the way up.
Man, what you see,
stores,
what you smell,
floors.
What you see, what you
my
smell,
God.
all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God.
For real. And you better be with somebody walking up them steps.
No, that's real.
And that's a fact.
No, that's a fact. So, like a friend of mine's Taisha, we call her Breezy, right? She worked for a company where she's about generational wealth. I'm gonna bring her on this show so that way. Matter of fact, you remember what's the OG sister that I bought on with Miss Shirley?
The sister.
She's in the same program. She kicking butt.
She texts me all the time. The one who does the
the insurance and stuff.
Yes.
My homie, she's a perfect example of that product working.
Right.
Because I watched her dive into that program, quit working a 9 to 5, and be successful.
Right.
So I'm holding you to that. And she also said, we used to live on the 11th floor. We would go to the market and come home and had to take the steps. Damn. So she said my mom was her mom was born and raised in the projects and moved to the Blum, and then later she moved them up Island. Yeah, so y'all moved uptown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean? See Goldie, see everybody from North. Even my mom went to Vaux and all that. She used to be down 23rd in Oxford. My mom lived down there.
Mm-hmm. She from North Philly.
But when she got that bread, my mom got that bread, she moved up Ogons Avenue, 7128 Ogons. I was born on the 7500 block of Fayette.
My sister talking about
70,
beans.
83 on the block. Then I moved to
My sister talking
75th.
about beans don't burn in the kitchen.
Beans don't burn in the grill. Ask your sister what she know about heating up hot water in a hot plate.
Oh, sister.
What she know about living 13 people in one house, and we only had one big silver pot. And listen, but me and two of the girls, my cousins, we went to Leeds together. So we had to play Yedo in the. And I used to cut corners. That's why I'm so clean now. I used to sit down. They used to be like, "Boy, your feet stink." I must say cut a corn in the morning.
I totally believe that almost everybody I know had a big family and lived deep in the house. Me, my
13,
family,
13, y'all was deeper than 13. I don't know nobody was deeper than us.
Listen, my aunt house.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and them wasn't deeper than us.
I'm telling you, my aunt house had 13.
Rudolph and them?
Listen.
How many was it with the reindeer? How many was Santa Claus? How many was it? Prancer, Dancer, Common, Blitzen. Wait a minute.
I'm telling you.
No, that's not 13.
Listen, it was 13. More than 13.
Auntie, was y'all deeper than 13? Well, I asked Auntie. What'd she say? What's her name?
Aishell. You want to
was y'all deeper than? We was, listen, and we lived across the street from the arcade and the Bernie Brothers.
Listen, they was
You ain't want to play with us.
And listen,
13 of us in one house.
That was the funnest house in the family to go to. Mm-hmm. With all the cousins and everybody was there because you wanted to be over there. Now, and my mama used to be like, "Don't they got enough over there? You want to go? I want to go over there."
The funnest house to me was my aunt's house on 75th. That was the first time I got fried chicken and learned about paprika and MSG. Before they said MSG was bad for you, we was eating the shit out of MSG.
Yeah, we went to eat Chinese store food.
MSG was so I don't know if MSG is the same as Gucci, Louis, Prada.
I don't know.
And they do shit to us, but we was MSG.
Listen, I don't know if that was the reason for my migraines later or not, but I know I ate a whole lot of Chinese food.
They used to sell MSG
in the store.
Yeah, seasoning.
They still do. It's called Accent.
I used to like Accent. Accent is good for food, though.
Yes, Accent is MSG.
But I thought they took MSG out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just say this to y'all.
Well, if you don't know
people.
it was MSG.
Some of y'all swear that y'all don't. Some of y'all vegetarians, unless you're eating vegetarian products, let me tell you what the FDA don't have to do.
They don't even got to tell you if it got something in there.
Now, this is based off a study that I did about 15 years ago.
MSG is delicious.
see from the old school. She would say pig feet is too, ain't it? Ain't it, honey?
No, she ain't gonna say
she
pig.
ain't chilling. Okay.
No,
she Muslim.
She
Muslim like me.
She FOI the first.
She Muslim like me. Oh, she a soldier.
She ain't no.
All right.
She was.
But I know. You know how many Jewish people I know that eat pork?
Mm-hmm. Listen, I used to have a client swear.
You know how many homies I know named Raheem? They eat pork.
You bake it, frying it up.
Brother, how your name Raheem and you eat pork? Bro, go down City Hall, change your name.
Like having a Catholic preacher named Mustafa.
Taisha. I hope Taisha don't eat pork. Now Johnny, that's my man. He eat pork. Johnny sound like a name. Let me see. Jamil
Johnny
Wilson.
Sound like he eat pork.
Jamil Black Gold better not eat no pork. I don't think he might be sneaking. Kermit Bradley. Do that sound like a person eat pork?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Kermit.
Yeah.
I don't think Kermit eat pork. Name your people. Who your people on there?
My aunt Wadia. She said he's crazy.
Give me your phone. Wadia. Dude, Wadia. No, Wadia don't sound like she eat pork.
No,
who else?
Wadia don't eat pork.
Amina.
No,
yeah, you got all Muslims on your page, Sonic. They all Muslims on her page. They don't eat no pork. They from South Philly, definitely. Karen. Yeah, you eat pork, Karen. Valerie, you eat chillins. Mike, you definitely eat pig feet, brother. See, you can tell if you were born back in the 60s and the 70s. Because you got names like Eric, Mike. Now, Khadijah slid by a little bit. See, her peoples was down there during the first resurrection. They was the first group of people in South Philly that got the message.
Now, my government...
We was uptown. We didn't get the message. I was in church saying, hey. I ain't get the message.
No, my government name is
We was eating spam and all that.
My government name is Tehran.
Oh, so you pork faking?
Tehran.
Yeah, you ate pork. Yeah.
And I did when I was a kid. Yes.
Sam.
Yes, I did.
With a person named Sam.
Sam's.
Benjamin.
Yes.
Y'all eat pork. Yeah, they ate pork. You can tell. You can tell their age. How old are you?
I don't know too many
by
people.
their name.
I don't know too many
Let me
people
see.
when we
Watch
was
this.
young that didn't
All
eat
right.
pork.
Let me name some. Let me see. Amy definitely eat pork.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
We already said Kerm eat pork. Amy definitely. Yeah, we know you eat chillings. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's okay if the G's.
Listen,
no, G's don't eat pork.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Only if G's was down the county and that's all he had.
I was bougie when I was a kid. I used to get in trouble on some real stuff. I didn't want to eat nothing that stunk. Which means I didn't want to eat collard greens. I didn't want to eat cabbage. I didn't want to eat pork chops. I used to get my grandmother. One time I came home, I asked my grandmother for something. What's some kind of Italian food?
What you asked for?
I think I asked for manicotti or something. She said, "What the fuck is that?"
Manicotti?
She's like, "You're not."
Oh, you was down South Philly. There you go. You was hanging with Guido and them.
She's like, "You're not Italian."
You was hanging with the Vatos.
She was dead serious. She got pissed too. Looking at me like, "You gonna eat this motherfucking pork chop right here? That's what you gonna eat?" Manicotti.
That's a shame but our parents ain't know. Our peoples ain't know. They gave us pig feet, and chillings.
Listen, as soon as I got out of my mother's house,
bologna,
we didn't eat pork no more.
Liverwurst.
Have
you still eat liverwurst?
Sauce. What's the?
Do y'all still eat liverwurst? Tell the truth, Auntie. They might got halal liverwurst.
They do not have no halal liverwurst.
You don't know?
All pork grinded up, mashed.
No, you can have. No, you can get it from a cow. Yeah, scrapple.
I ain't never heard
scrapple. You eat scrapple?
Yeah, I definitely eat scrapple.
See, y'all eat scrapple?
Turkey.
Ron, I know Ron eats scrapple.
I do eat turkey scrapple.
Girls is greedy. Girls eat just about anything. If it got pasta in it, you'll eat it. If it got fettuccine next to it, you want it.
That is not true.
That is true. Women, listen, when you go in a restaurant, don't be nosy. Ladies? But when we go out, when you go out on a date or whatever, you're just having fun no matter who you with. Just, because everybody talk about everybody in the restaurant. Just look around and look at the women's plates and look at the men's plate. And the women is greedy as shit. They always eating the salad. They got this big old bowl of salad. Then they food come. And then when you eat your salad, you can't eat your food. You full.
No, you gotta take the food home and your dog eat it.
I just ate a whole loaf of bread in there. The croutons is loaf of bread. You know what I mean? Like eggs. Like and you think I can eat the meal?
You gotta eat you gotta eat it in you gotta
so
eat
that's
a little
part
bit
of our
at
stress.
a time.
That's the part of our stress.
Food is definitely a part of our stress.
No, the women.
No. Oh.
Sometimes
the food.
No, we giving it to the women. I'm being a man basher today.
You being a woman
Only because we need y'all love. I told y'all that a couple weeks ago. Are y'all showing love?
Yes.
Or y'all sitting back talking trash? Like, do we say that when y'all got that one leg up? We show y'all love. Do we say that when y'all taking pictures with y'all cleavage showing?
Y'all hear that ladies that take those kind of pictures?
Well, some ladies do and some ladies don't.
Mm-hmm.
Some ladies have a way of either they stick their butt to the side or they blow a kiss.
They got a special way.
Yeah, or like I ain't seen nobody. Somebody was really turning up last week. I turned on Facebook and I said, "Ooh, it's Miss Sexy."
Where she at? She ain't on here.
Hey, Miss Dawn was on her. I said, "Oh, you had to cover my own head and said, oh, who is the OG EA that used to be on Khadijah's show that you be on there now?" I said, "Oh, Dawn." That's like my big sister, boy. Back up. Mm-hmm. But I had to look at the picture and I see what he's talking about. Okay, I see you. Well, yeah, she probably single. I don't know.
Yeah, the one.
Have y'all single?
The one is she's single and she's she likes to get dressed and
as she should. Let me just say this. Give y'all some tips.
Get on her ladiness.
Men, make sure you open the door for the woman. I don't know if women is entertaining going too fast on the first date. These are grown women. Now, if you're dating a young girl, you're done. You're gonna have to go to 10 Chuck E. Cheese's first. You have to go to 10 Chuck E. Cheese parties. Get you an OG. Learn what she like to eat. Cook for her or take her out to dinner. You can't invite her to your house the first time, bro. You got to take her out.
You can't invite nobody to your house the first time.
If you don't take her out and get her fettuccine, you lost.
Take her to a nice dinner.
Now, woman that smoke weed, you might could just smoke a nice Women that drink wine, take her to a winery and get the best wine.
Oh, that would be a nice date.
And before you drink it,
swirl it around in your glass.
Swirl it around in your glass first, gentlemen.
With the little glass.
Swirl it around in your glass. Do not sip it. You swirl it around. You sit it down for 1 to 3 minutes. Now you don't smell it yet.
No. I done got my 50 lessons on red wine.
Well, they don't know what they talking about if they told you smell it right away. You sit it down.
They said don't put it in
I got this straight from Grey Poupon. That's a mustard, right?
Really, though? Really?
No, I got it from a wine connoisseur. I was just trying to be
a wine connoisseur.
You stare it around. Now, follow the instructions. Because if I was Debo, what's his name? The chef boy. Angelui. All right. If I was him, you would listen to me.
Garvin.
I forgot his name. You stir it up. You sit it down. You let it sit for 1 to 3 minutes. Because the acid is going to escape from the bottom.
Oh, shit.
Rise to the top. And it will seep out by time 1 minute.
This one.
1 minute. The acids will automatically be coming up. Then you do not put your nose in the glass.
Did you lightly over it?
You put the tip of the glass.
Oh, Lord.
Like this.
Listen, I ain't got time for that. Just pour the wine in the glass and
then take a sip. You take a sip. You sit it down. Then you look at her and you say, this tastes very good. Simple like that. She gonna want to be your girl. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You gotta try that. If you do that, she gonna be your girl. Now, don't do that.
Make sure the wine tastes good.
Not the wine. Make sure that's somebody you want to commit with.
Oh, you can't.
Now, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all some game. Now I'm giving the ladies game.
How do you know if it is though?
Because I gave that secret to people and they told me they're in relationships.
Oh, shit.
Now, and they're happy in relationships. Couple got a couple babies on the way, so be careful. Couple just moving and shaking. Couple of them, yeah, they very happy, thinking about getting married. So, ladies, this is what you do with a guy. Especially if you're feeling him, please. When you get a slight moment, put your hand on his knee just for a second. Even if you tap it or his hand. Just engage his hand anyway. Like even if you ride in the car, just grab his hand and hold it for like 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds, then just let it go. I guarantee you, if you ask for 500 or 1,000, you gotta have a legitimate reason.
Yeah, so you want to start
Comcast, Pico, PGW, daycare.
You gonna start a dating.
Yeah.
You need to start a dating.
Like I wanted to be a judge.
Tips for dating.
I wanted to be a judge, but Steve Harvey said he the one that started. Now everybody want to do it. That's not right, Steve. That's not true.
Steve, don't
Judge Mathis is the reason why everybody want to do it, bro. We know you rich and all that, Steve. You drawing, Steve.
I've never watched
it. Stay on Family Feud, bro.
Right.
I watched it one time.
I never watched it. I'm not big.
Steve cool though. He a cool dude. He a cool dude. But Steve, chill out, bro. Stay on Family Feud, bro. We tired of seeing the reruns, bro. You good? You funny shit
come
on Family Feud, bro.
Stay on Family Feud.
Sis.
And let EA be the judge.
Yeah, let me be the judge. Because even though, yes, I was in a marriage for a long time, but we ain't break up bad. We just broke up. Strangers become lovers, and lovers become strangers. And you can never say that he or she cannot date another. Now, the reason why they say you have to live in matrimony, get married, abide by the principles of a marriage, hold on to what they quote unquote say is
marriage actually was a financial institution.
But what is it though? What are you agreeing to? Holding on to its
tradition, monogamy. I don't.
Monogamy. Oh.
You gotta be by yourself. You got.
Well, y'all women, y'all always saying y'all can be by yourself. Men was not made to be by ourselves. We have material that needs to engage with the opposite sex.
Well, you better be careful.
So stop that. All y'all women running around talking about, I'm single. What's that word y'all use? Because I always get it misconstrued. I'm being celibate.
Celibate.
And I used to say a joke, what? Sell a bent over with you as soon as you find the right boyfriend? Why do y'all do that? Why? Like, why as soon as y'all go through a bad breakup, The first thing y'all do is tell me I'm celibate.
Cause you know
I just
why?
want to learn to be by myself.
Cause you know why? Cause let me tell you why women probably say that. I've never said that, but let me just tell you why most women say that. Cause you know why? When you get in a bad relationship, usually you get in a bad relationship because you went in it for all the wrong reasons, and sex probably was one of them. So now you're like, oh, I jumped in that for the wrong reason, and now I'm celibate. Which 9 times out of 10, they're not celibate that long. Yeah. Until the next person come.
Either till you get Douce in you, Henny.
Casamigos.
Well, see. Let me just say this: if you wanna share your goodies with the opposite sex, it's your prerogative, Bobby Brown and Bobby Baisha.
Well, be careful because you know people promoting gender neutrality.
Oh, we got a new name on here.
Look, Jeezy and his wife, they said they want to teach their child to be gender neutral.
Cheryl E. Pork.
I don't know.
That's a name, Cheryl.
Hey, Aunt Plumpy.
Aunt Plucky.
Aunt Plumpy. That's Aunt Plumpy.
Oh, Aunt Plumpy, she grew up plump. Okay, hi, Aunt Plumpy. What's her real name, Cheryl?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Cheryl grew up back in the day. She ate pork. Anybody, we was talking about stress, so we naming some of the stuff that stresses out. And if your name is a name that sound like you eat pork, you know what I mean? Oh, we got a new one on here. Who that? Chi-Town Jones. Chi-Town. Now, how Facebook let you go on there?
He sound like he eat pork.
Sharika. Yeah, Sharika. No, Sharika said Gilchrist. She don't sound like she eat pork. Chi-Town sound like he eat pork. Chi-Town, you said fried Chi-Town, Chicago, yeah, you eat pork.
He sound like he eat them hot dogs with all that shit on there, too.
Yeah, we talking about stress. And based on your name, we could tell if you from back in the day and you grew up eating pork. Because not too many people, like we was talking about me and Khadijah, right? We was talking about some of the people that was born down South Philly got the first message, like her mom was in the NOI. So they was going around preaching.
No, my aunt. My mom.
See, that's good.
My mom was still my.
I ain't gonna lie.
My mom still my sneaker slice.
I didn't grow up a Muslim, but I did learn the Muslim principles and became a Muslim. That's what they used to call it. It was funny. I like to say that.
Aunt Plumpy said she do not eat pork. And she put the angry face on.
Yo, I'm sorry, Aunt Plumpy. I'm just saying, based on your name, it just sound like you ain't never ate pork before. What year were you born, Punky?
It's Plumpy.
Plumpy. I want to talk to her. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, YouTube, everybody tuned in. We talking on what year? Just give me a roundabout year. What year? She says I don't eat pork. No, the word is, have you ever ate pork? You mean to tell me you never ate Taylor pork roll?
So,
you never ate Ballpark Franks hot dogs?
So, what my grandmother used to cook? What she ate?
Wait, I'm waiting on her. I'm waiting on her. Don't tell the truth. Tell the truth. Shame
the devil.
Tell the truth.
Shame the devil.
She ain't answered me yet. Yeah, she don't want to tell that. Her boyfriend is Abdul. Abdul, like, wait a minute, you ain't never tell me you ate the swan.
She said yes when I was little.
See, we all did when we was little.
Little, yes.
We just saying some of these new people. Rashida's never ate pork. Abdul's never ate pork. Annika, my daughter, never ate pork.
Yeah, my kids, I didn't feed my kids.
We was talking about the people in here, like Shabs. Shab definitely ate pork. Ben ate pork. Toucan definitely ate pork.
Yeah.
Who else? Let me see. Fran, a young boy. Fran.
See, I raised my children Muslim, so they didn't eat. My kids didn't eat pork.
That's a good thing, because you know what? When I stopped eating beef in '96, I stopped eating pork in like '82. One day, one of my homies came in the house. I was making Taylor pork roll.
Oh, she said 1959.
Damn, OG. Triple OG. Started from, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Andy, did you ever take a note to the store? You ain't never had to take a note to the store with money? I know my mom's name was up on the list. My mom's name was definitely on the list. Real rap.
We had a store around the corner from us on 23rd and Reed called Frank.
Mary, you definitely ate pork, Mary. Wait, if your name Mary,
she said
especially Mahoney,
she said,
you know, you ate chillins, you ate pork and beans. Now that was all we had to eat. That's all we had to eat.
With the hot dogs chopped up on
with some butter in it. You put some sugar. That's all we had.
Some brown sugar, and a little mustard in there.
Because it was. I don't know what year the Philadelphia Phillies hot dogs come out. Remember the Ballpark Franks?
1980.
When you cook them,
they came out in 1980.
Boy,
My
when that commercial
grandfather.
used to come on, we used to be mad as shit knowing we couldn't have them Jones. Like, yo, they're gonna ballpark. Yo, we was getting the Murray's, everything. Remember the Murray's burgers with the cheese
and fries? That's my favorite.
Listen, when we lived in 71st and Ogas, Murray's was right across the street. So let me tell you my favorite joints. The Murray's with the cheese. Now, they always ran out. And the sausage Jones with the cheese not on duty.
Mm-hmm.
The hash browns was on the
hash
bean.
browns.
Murray's had the best hash browns.
Yes, they
Is Murray
did.
still out?
I don't know. Oh, you know they sell some of their food in some of the supermarkets.
Find out.
They sell in ShopRite. They sell some. If
they make the Murray's turkey cheeseburgers.
They ain't got no cheese surprise.
We might need that. Cheese surprise. That was
cheese
the name
surprise.
of it.
That was my shit.
We might need to invent that. Do not take our idea. We already got it cut. Oh no, seriously.
Some cheese surprises.
All right, now I gotta ask. No, I'm not gonna ask that question. I'm gonna say that humor.
My aunt said she went to Frank's on 23rd and Gary. Yes, that was our store we took our note to.
See?
Yes.
Was it a Jewish store?
He was Italian.
See?
You know, we're from South Philly.
Oh yeah.
He was Italian.
Well, no, he might have been Italian.
No, he was Italian.
He was Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had the best quarter donuts ever.
Them Italians ain't play that. Them Italians ain't play that. Yes, I did put your whole name out there. Mary Mahoney. That's a name that sound like she eat pork. Bye, girl. Love you.
She gonna get you.
Because it dawned on me one day. Because me and my homie was talking, right? And he was like, "Damn, you ate pork before?" Ew.
What?
He couldn't. No, but
he never
ate
pork.
Bro,
What was he, Jewish?
Got 20 years on you.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Like you 32.
Oh yeah, he's the young. Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Like my kids. My girl is 32.
See, we changed the narrative for y'all.
First of all, back in the day, it wasn't you wasn't gonna eat no pork. Nobody wasn't trying to hear all that.
Man, listen. If you had to eat oatmeal every day for dinner and breakfast, oatmeal or wheat tina.
Listen, Farina.
If you had to eat Farina, that was a come up. That was good. Farina was
cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat and Farina was the shit.
That was my favorite.
But if you had to eat wheat tina, that was the nastiest cereal in the world.
I never ate that.
We had to sometime because I think either they got donated or my grandma or my aunt or my mom used to buy that for a reason because they knew it stretched out.
But we ate the free cheese.
Which is cornmeal. It's wheat cornmeal. See how good it's for you now?
Yes.
But is cornmeal good for you?
No, cornmeal's not good for you.
You know what? Blacks invented that shit.
No, because you know.
We was out in the.
Yeah, but we ate stuff out of necessity, like chitlins. Like I'm not eating that because they had to eat that, and I'm not eating it. Like they had it because they threw that shit out, and that was the trash. Y'all can't have none of the ham, but y'all can have the guts and the balls and the maws and all that.
Oh my God!
And I don't care because when I was young, I still ain't eat that because it stunk. I was never no chitlin eating kids. You're not eating.
Ew.
Because when I found out I was too smart for my own good when I was a kid.
So do you eat souse meat?
My grandpa used to make.
Ew.
My grandpa used to send me to the store for that.
Ew. Oh, you out of pocket.
It had all them little.
Grandpa, you out of pocket,
He's
Grandpa.
Gone. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Poppy.
All we up in heaven, Poppy. You out of pocket, Poppy, eating that sauce.
He was from Jamaica.
Brethren, we have to eat sauce for. No, I don't want no sauce meat,
ate
brother.
That sauce meat. And they had all that stuff
sauce.
I said, can't eat that.
Can't eat that. That's nasty.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. Stress. Whenever you're stressing out.
Some traditions.
Don't eat a lot. Don't eat a lot. That's the number one thing that people do first. Don't cope with eating.
Yes.
So our narrative today is giving you some little pointers from a humor perspective and just giving you some real facts. Now, some people say that the sage work. I think that we're going to talk about sage next week.
Sage do
in the
work.
origin. I want to bring up facts, though.
You're
going to do your research. Are you going to do your research and you're going to explain? You're going to explain your side, what it does. I'm going to do my research.
Yes.
And I'm going to explain what I discovered.
Okay.
Is that a bet?
That's a bet.
Right, wrong, or indifferent?
That's right. That's a bet. And we're going to see. And thank you guys for tuning in to WillPower UnSurfaced. We will see you next week.
Bang. Give us a song, too, when we got this little couple minutes left.
Let's
you understand? And I'm telling the truth, the whole truth. So help me, yeah, though.
Nothing.
So
but
help
the
me, willpower.
truth.